What's up, everybody? Welcome to Value Town, the series finale of Value Town. I'm your host, ChanManV. Joining me, as always, my partner in crime here, Mayor of Value Town from Team Solo Mid, Trump. How are you doing today, buddy? All right, cool. And joining us for the first time, we've got Mike Donais, who's a former designer for Magic the Gathering, WoW TCG, and is currently a Blizzard Hearthstone senior game designer. Welcome to the show, Mike.
Thanks very much. Hello, everyone.
Yeah, so Mike, so we've had Ben on the show, we've had Eric on the show. Now it's your time, or it's your turn to face the firing line. So are you ready for all these questions we got today?
Can't wait.
Yeah, cool.
I love talking about Hearthstone.
Yeah, so do I, man. I think we all do. So this is going to be great. It's going to be a lot of fun. So what we're going to do today, just kind of giving everybody just an idea of what we're going to be doing. We're going to be doing an interview with Mike. We got a lot of questions, a lot of great questions. I've seen some of the questions you guys have tweeted too, so I'll try to incorporate some of those. So we're going to be doing that. Then we're going to follow it up with some Q&A from you guys. And again, tweet all your questions you want to ask. Actually, Trump and I. And we'll finish off the show just kind of doing a wrap-up of Value Town and all that good stuff. We'll talk, me and Trump will just kind of talk a little bit about just Value Town in general. But let's kick things off with some questions, and I'll start off. I think Trump and I will just kind of go back and forth. I'll start off with Mike. So Naxxramas, the release is fine. It's concluded. It's fully released at this point with all the cards and all the dungeons. For me, it's been a really great release. I've enjoyed the last 5 weeks and enjoyed being able to do Value Town like right after the release too. So it's been nice being able to talk about the new cards each show. But want to ask you about just to have you maybe tell us one good thing and one bad thing that surprised you in this whole process.
Sure. What I really liked about it is it got some of my friends who weren't, and the many players who weren't naturally deck builders, to start thinking more about deck building. Gave them really clear direction, against Mexna, my creatures keep getting bounced, so what would be good against that? I need to beat this boss, and they'd start trying Battlecry creatures, and then eventually cheaper Battlecry creatures, and they sort of figure it out. And then there were so many other challenges like that, they sort of got more comfortable with building decks and building decks to certain requirements. That was kind of nice. Something bad about it. I think maybe it was like a challenge at first to get people. There's a few people who talk about how they just can't beat heroics. And I think that's definitely a challenge, and I hope to encourage them more. We talked about how much we should encourage people to try the heroics, and not just try, but also to customize their decks. Some people just try their already built decks against heroics, and that obviously a problem sometimes.
Almost every time, actually.
Yep.
Now, the great thing about heroics, and especially Trump here, and I know a few other streamers, they've showed that you can actually beat the heroics with free-to-play decks. So anybody can beat it, regarding it just doesn't matter what cards you have. So that's the really cool thing about it.
Yeah, I saw a guy on Reddit. He gave a full list of all the decks, free-to-play versions that beat every heroic in videos. That was really sweet.
Yeah,
shout out to that guy.
Trump, you were gonna say something?
Yeah, I mean, when it comes down to these Naxxramas heroics, I'm glad that you guys put all this cool labeling on it. Like, this is extremely difficult. You won't bait. It's not for the faint of heart. You won't beat it your first time. Expect to die a few times. And when I first started, I was like, whatever. I'm just going to use Zoo and roll over everything. And I'm really glad that didn't happen. So that is really good design. I love that you guys did make it very difficult, but fair, and it required creativity to beat them.
Yeah, it's very puzzle-like, and that was what was really, really cool about the adventure mode in general, and just the release that way.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun, and we learned a lot from it too. We know that the puzzles people really love the puzzles and the very specific sort of hints at what direction to go, and we're gonna definitely learn from that for our next thing that we do.
Trump, you wanna follow up with a question here?
Sure. So out of all the wings, my favorite has been the one with Lothar. That's the second week, the Plague Quarter. And what I really liked about it was just the Hunter Challenge, which I think is the best one out there. I'm sure a lot of people say the same thing. And just the Loatheb fight in general, it was very creative, and with Loatheb having that much health and having the spawns. What wing was your personal favorite?
Loatheb was awesome. Hunter Challenge was awesome. My favorite is probably Wing 4, Construct, the Construct Quarter.
Okay.
It not only did it have like lots of cool fights, like where your health and attack are swapped, that sort of made you think about cards. Like every turn it happened, you were expecting it, and you're still surprised. You're like, "What?"
Right.
And that was cool because there's lots of different things you could do there that were clever, like big game hunter and stuff like that. But also like the cards you got from that wing were some of my favorite build around cards. I liked the Mad Scientist because it let me play the secret decks I always wanted to play. I liked the guy who silences your team. He's like not necessarily the most powerful card, but he really makes you think a lot, and he makes you wonder like, what can I do? What will it work out? And people discover like, oh, Ancient Watcher with this guy, and so on.
Yeah, the Construct Quarter was, I think, by far the wing everybody was looking forward to from the standpoint of new cards and being able to integrate them. Just lots of powerful cards in that deck. Yeah, I think the second one too was my favorite. I really enjoyed the Hunter Challenge, and you mentioned learning a lot of stuff from the adventure mode. So is that what adventure mode is going to be? Is it going to be along the lines of what we saw in Naxxramas, just moving forward?
I think that we'll learn a lot from Naxxramas, but we haven't designed the next adventure mode yet, so
Okay.
we'll just talk about it a lot. We'll have a big meeting at the end of this all and talk about what people liked and didn't like, and sort of say how can we make it even cooler the next time, or can we surprise people again with how awesome it is. A lot of people said they had expectations for like the first adventure mode and that we exceeded those expectations. And can we do that again? I want to. So I'm not going to settle for just the same thing.
What were your personal thoughts on just releasing one per week? Did you end up like at the end of this? Did it feel like it was the right decision, or would have just a big release been better?
I was very happy with how it worked out. I wasn't sure exactly how it's going to feel, but turned out people tried lots of new cards the first week and lots of new cards the next week, and like every week it was surprising how many people were trying. Every streamer was like, I'm going to try out this card, and even cards that I thought weren't going to be as popular as they were. Like Battle Cries cost 2 more. I didn't really expect that to show up until there was like a Battle Cry format, but I think Forsen ran in his Miracle Rogue deck the first week. And
yeah, that you did. It's true.
so I was very happy with it. I think that if I could use that technology more in the future, I definitely will. Just so much more fun.
Awesome.
Yeah, I mean, I liked it a lot too, and I think just people in general who have that deck builder spirit in with them, it's almost like 5 releases, and
Yeah.
everyone that we have on the show is always like, oh man, we really want more releases, which is a question we'll get to later.
Yeah. It was seeing even just the having deck wars each and every week and having it impacted by each release was really, really cool to see. Just the metagame kind of shifting just a tiny bit each and every week, sometimes actually like very drastically. But that was a really cool experience, and look forward to seeing some more of that type of thing in future releases. Trump, want to follow up? we don't have a good system here.
Sure. You mentioned that one of your favorite cards this week on week 4 was the Mad Scientist. We recently had Reynad over here on Valleytown, and he made the bold statement that Mad Scientist was not just the best card in Naxxramas, but perhaps the best card in the game, since it not only gives you the draw, but you get the 2-mana 2/2, which is better than the Loot Hoarder already, and you not only draw a card, but you also get the mana to play it. So it's like a Loot Hoarder. It's like you draw the Innervate and you draw the Secret, and you get to play it. So he made the comment that it was too strong. So in general, also though, you did push a secret agenda, like an agenda of secrets, like making them more powerful with this set, it seems. How do you feel about the card, and do you think you do you think secrets were pushed at a good level?
We definitely did have a secret agenda. Secrets are a cool way to interact and bluff and surprise that Hearthstone doesn't have that much. Like taunt creatures interact and so on, but secrets really add a lot to the game. So we increased secrets playability, and Raynet's comment was, well, there was another thread like right underneath it in Reddit saying, "Not as good as it looks." Mad scientist, not as good as it looks. So I like that. I like that there was two conflicting opinions by expert players, posted at the same time the first day, and everybody changes their opinions over time. So we'll see in like 3 weeks. Does he still feel that way? It's a good card for sure. It's good value. But sometimes when I'm playing against it, I'll get out some small creatures, and he'll get a secret, and I'll be like, oh, he got a secret. Let me test it with my 1/1, and he wastes a freezing trap on nothing. And I'm like, great, thank you. Or I'll test it with my battle cry, and now my Defender Vargas is back in my hand, and I can Defender Vargas again,
Right.
which for sure ends the game. So it's not all upside, and I like that. We'll have to see in the future if it's actually.
I think the audio's cutting out a little bit. You guys still there?
I'm
Yeah.
still hearing
Okay,
it.
yeah, audio's cutting out a little bit there.
It's cutting out for Mike from my side.
Yeah, me too. Well, hopefully it'll get better there. We'll see if it improves here. Yeah, the thing about Mad Scientist, I think when Reynad was talking about, he was talking it specifically with the Hunter deck, because we talked about the Hunter deck, just in the deck talk portion of the show. But what I really love about Mad Scientist is it's really encouraged just mage play, just mage secrets, because mage secrets have been such underused outside of maybe a freeze mage when we talk about ice block